Part 4. According to WordPress under the Tutsi, Giants of Central Africa, Giants of Palestine, Perceptual Context. This next article is written by a wannabe debunker who does a very poor job at his craft. Wade through his social justice and listen for the information. Quote, the June 20, 1938 edition of Life magazine features an article on the Watutsi of Eastern Central Africa, better known today as the Tutsi, inhabitants of Eastern Congo, Rwanda, and Burundi. Life includes a handy map of the Belgian Congo, later Zaire, later Democratic Republic of Congo, indicating the location of these giants. In a piece entitled, The Congo Giants. They are Africa's aristocrats. Life describes the Watutsi as, personal quote, aristocrats of Africa who tower up to 8 feet tall in height. The article perpetrates the racist theory first suggested by French Aryanist Joseph Arthur, which posits a Hamitic or possibly Semitic origin for the Watutsi. Later writers compare the Tutsi to the Egyptian pharaohs. Stop. Bingo! So as you can see, they already know these so-called Africans are not from the original seed of Ham. Remember, the scriptures attest. Not I, say scribe. Not I. But the scriptures attest. Ham's seed was given Anatolia to Syria, northern Africa to southern Arabia. Not, and I repeat, not central through southern Africa. But let's continue. Quote, the distinction between Tutsi and Hutu was mandated by the European colonists, who defined Tutsi on economic grounds as the richer natives and on the basis of dubious physio-economic distinctions, especially having more European features. Stop. We're going to prove through genetics the two people are indeed two separate people in a minute. Now, listen to the white man try to deceive you not to believe the obvious facts. Quote, as with all ruling elites, better diet led to a slight difference in height. The Tutsi averaged 5 feet 8 inches, the Hutu 5 feet 6 inches. That is a lie. If you Tutsi are over 6 feet 6 inches tall, that is the norm, including members of the royal family who intermarry and thus share the same gene pool. Haven't we heard this song before? Now check out their spin doctors. Quote, the ruling family were photographed with much shorter Belgians in the late 19th century and with various explorers in the early 20th century, reinforcing the stereotype of a tribe of African giants. Yeah, right. Did you just hear that? Notice, they say that the Belgians were short, but they couldn't verify. What about all the rest of these photos that even you can see on the screen? I'm sure that wasn't a Confederate effort to photo op and go around and get all short white people and put them in the picture. Come on, man. But let's continue. Genetically, the Hutu and Tutsi share common ancestry. The colonial stereotype that the Tutsi are a great height continues to be perpetrated in recent biblical scholarship. Example, haven't we heard this story before? Yes, we have. And they have photographs. But I want to bring to light a perception witchcraft being used on the world. See, just as you heard in the article and probably in your microcosm, the white man divided and conquered the Hutu and Tutsi along wealth lines, etc., thus backmasking the truth as fiction. Let me explain. If you listen very closely and through the witchcraft, though the two groups share some common ancestry, they are not of the same direct parentage. They were, in fact, different people living as one before the white man did his thing. You know, just like every humanity takeover we have discovered thus far. Check it out. According to Wikipedia under Tutsi, subtitle, Origins and Classification. Quote, definition of Hutu and Tutsi people may have changed through time and location. Social structures were not stable throughout Rwanda, even during colonial times under the Belgian rule. The Tutsi aristocracy, you know what I'm trying to say, the aristocrats or elite was distinguished from Tutsi commoners. You hear that? The Tutsi, it's not aristocrats, it's aristocracy. That's it, man. Electric Company, Sesame Street, thank you. Again, the Tutsi aristocracy, the Tutsi aristocracy or elite was distinguished from the Tutsi commoners, and wealthy Hutu were often indistinguishable from upper class Tutsi. Say it again. The Tutsi aristocracy or elite was distinguished from Tutsi commoners, and wealthy Hutu were often indistinguishable from upper class Tutsi. When the European colonists conducted censuses, they wanted to identify the people throughout Rwanda, Burundi, according to a simple classification scheme. They defined Tutsi as anyone owning more than 10 cows, a sign of wealth, or with the physical features of a longer nose or a longer neck, commonly associated with the Tutsi. The Europeans believed that some Tutsi had facial characteristics that were not generally atypical, which means not representative of a type, group, or class, unusual, uncommon, abnormal. Quote, the Europeans believed that some Tutsis had facial characteristics that were generally atypical of other Bantus. Stop. Bingo. It's because they were of a different manufactured, taller upper class and had already stalked, pounced, played, and became who the white man saw living together. They saw the difference, but being Gentiles, which means everything, they somehow in some way thought of a way to twist logic to make the facts fit in their favor. Check it out. Quote, they sought to explain these purported divergent physical traits by postulating admixtures with or partial descent from migrants of Caucasoid stock, who usually were said to have arrived in the Great Lakes region from the Horn of Africa and or Northern Africa. Stop. We will expose this area later. But wow! But at least they recognize these are two different people living as one. But I know. Recognizing and what you report to the people are two totally different things. I got that. But as you and I both know, the blood don't lie. Listen closely. Even though they are trying to further the lie, the truth is hidden in the wording. Under genetics, quote, modern day genetic studies of the Y chromosome generally indicate that the Tutsi, like the Hutu, are largely of Bantu extraction. 60%. That's largely of, but that's lowballing it. You catch it? That's lowballing it. Paternal genetics influences associated with the Horn of Africa and North Africa are few. 16%. Now on the bottom half, that's huge. You guys can, never mind. And are ascribed to much earlier inhabitants who were assimilated. Stop. Bingo. Through their own words, genetics, and the process of elimination, we can take the Horn of Africa out of the equation of who their paternal DNA strand is. Yes, most are Bantu, but a significant amount of paternal, meaning the Aboriginal dad, meaning the victor of the battle gets the chicks, are something other than the victor Bantu DNA. Y'all catching this? Meaning someone different with authority helps seed all of the people. I believe the elite of the two people are cousins of the elite class of the new and fresh people. They are genetically similar. They similar, but being elite cousins, some of their paternal DNA is different than the common stock, meaning the significant yet different paternal DNA are those of the elite class who was given this particular Bantu/humans to subdue the above the ground with humans. Just like the Kassites used the Mantinis, Elam, etc. Y'all remember that. So please remember, unlike the commoners, the specially designed elites made it with everyone. So it should appear to be the same people yet different genetically. And to prove both are the same yet different elite classes of human/Bantu, let's continue. Quote, however, the Tutsi have considerably more Nilo-Saharan, Saharan, that's it, Saharan, Nilo-Saharan paternal lineages, which is 14, roughly 15%, than the Hutu, which is only 4%. Tobetta, that was the study was in Tobetta of 2015, found that 22% in a small sample of Tutsis from the Brudini, but no bearers of the haplogroup among the local Hutu or TWA population. Stop. Bingo yet again. I know I'm messing up, but this is, and it sounds complicated, but it's not complicated. It is not complicated. These are huge percentages, people. Think about it like an Irish whore for just a minute.